So what if you treated ancient texts, not as history books, but as a literal, like technical diagnostic manual for your own brain?
Right, that completely shifts the paradigm.
Exactly. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are exploring a fascinating framework called the Bible Mentalist. It was spearheaded by a founder named David, and our mission today is really to see how this concept works.
Yeah, how it merges spiritual discernment with psychological clarity to, engineer deep-rooted life change.
Right, moving way beyond just a superficial reading of the text.
Totally. Because this Bible Mentalist title, it operates squarely at the intersection of psychology and spirituality.
Which is such an interesting space to be in.
It is. It requires this very rigorous, analytical deconstruction of the heart and the mind.
So instead of viewing life's obstacles as these insurmountable abstract problems, you treat them as terrains.
Exactly. Specific psychological landscapes to be analyzed, navigated, and, well, conquered. And you use ancient wisdom as the map.
And it treats the Bible as that technical manual for the human spirit, using it to actively rewire your thought patterns. I mean, think of a car with a deep engine fault.
Oh, like when it keeps stalling and making that awful grinding noise?
Yes, exactly. A superficial fix is just, giving that broken car a shiny new paint job.
Which does absolutely nothing for the engine.
Right. But the Bible mentalist approach, it's like a mechanic plugging in an advanced diagnostic machine to find the root cause of the breakdown. You aren't just slapping paint on, you are hunting for the faulty wiring.
But a diagnostic machine is pretty useless if the mechanic ignores the error codes, right?
Oh, for sure.
So this framework shifts the focus. You go from passively reading words on a page to investigating the actual mechanics of the human condition.
Like dissecting the narratives of people who overcame adversity in the text.
Right, to identify specific cognitive barriers within yourself. Things like uh, fear or bitterness or maybe a lack of identity.
Those are the actual engine faults preventing you from reaching your potential. But, okay, if the text is the manual and we're plugging in the diagnostic machine, well, how does a Bible mentalist actually process the uncomfortable truths that this scan brings up?
Well, the methodology relies on a really strict commitment to radical honesty.
Radical honesty. Okay, what does that actually look like in practice?
You basically take your internal monologue and you test it against the text. You want to see where your thoughts align with objective truth and where they are just defensive narratives.
Can you give me an example of that?
Sure. So say you have this pervasive feeling like, I am completely failing at my career.
Right, we've all felt that at some point.
Yeah, you test that thought to see if it's actual reality or if it's just a hijacked thought.
A hijacked thought.
Yeah, something built from past rejection or even just societal conditioning.
But wait, isn't it incredibly uncomfortable to admit that your own internal monologue might be, like, completely hijacked by your past trauma?
Oh, it is deeply uncomfortable. But that discomfort is literally the point.
Right, you can't fix an engine fault if you're too afraid to get grease on your hands.
Exactly. We all build these defensive walls to protect ourselves. But the framework argues that short-term discomfort is just the price of long-term stability.
Because true change requires systemic, disciplined mental realignment.
Yeah, moving from just reading a text to actually deconstructing your own reactions,
Yeah.
ensuring every single belief is tested.
So you are doing the hard work to literally change your mental architecture.
You are. And when you rewire your own reactions to stress, you stop projecting that bitterness or fear onto your family.
Oh, wow. So it transforms the home environment.
Yes, and enough transformed homes eventually stabilize an entire neighborhood.
So there's a massive ripple effect.
Exactly. Internal diagnostic work having massive, measurable external consequences.
That is so powerful. By doing this deep diagnostic work on yourself, you engineer lasting restoration that stands against the pressures of the world.
And it strips away the excuses that keep people bound,
It really provides a roadmap for anyone tired of superficial fixes.
Yeah, offering tools for a life that is analytical and structured, but also grace-filled.
Right. And David, the founder of this framework, he sums up the ultimate goal perfectly.
He does. He says, a Bible mentalist does not just read the word. He analyzes the heart and the mind to unlock a true growth journey.
I love that. So we want to leave you with a question to mull over today.
Yeah, something for you to really think about.
If you were to run a diagnostic on your own mind right now, using radical honesty, what is the very first hijacked thought or cognitive barrier you think it would expose?